Hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel. This is Sharon, and I just want to say I have been terribly late with posting my videos this month, but I'm still about accountability, so I will edit them and post them. It's just been a busy month at work. If you're new to my channel, I just want to say welcome, and if you're a returning subscriber, thanks for coming back to check out another one of my videos. So I talk things budgeting and planning on this channel, so in that regard, today's video is going to cover my week 3 check-in for the month of September. I've already written out my expense stickers, and I will be using my macro happy notes to keep track as I lay down my stickers, because I do carry this on a daily basis to make sure that I'm keeping track of my expenses. I do budget using cash envelopes, so I do have my cash envelopes, and I'll be counting what I do have remaining in those envelopes. Last but not least, I will be pulling my numbers for my 52-week savings challenge so I can determine my week 3 contribution for this month. So without further ado, I am going to get into it. So just to give you a quick view, this is my weekly check-in spread, and for the week, for the 3rd week of September, I'm going to be calculating from the 19th through the 25th. And for those of you who may not have seen any of my other videos, I do weekly check-in for my personal category, which includes both my allowance as well as my grooming cash envelope, my groceries, which also includes my eating out cash envelope, my gas, and unbudgeted. I currently don't budget anything for unbudgeted, but I do like to keep track of my expenses outside of what I've budgeted for the month. I just want to forewarn you, I do have unbudgeted expenses. But there is a caveat, but we'll get to that in a minute. So I'm just going to go back to my monthly spread, and then I'll start laying down my expense stickers. Okay, so starting from my personal category, I actually have not had any expenses as of yet from either my personal or grooming cash envelopes. So from my groceries category, I did make one trip to Costco, and that was on Sunday. So that was on the 20th. I'm not sure what that was. Oh, I think that's my work computer. That was a total of $117, and that was all the expenses that I had from my groceries category for week 3. Next, I have gas, and I did have a gas expense on the 19th, and this was for a total of $90. And the reason why the expense was so high is because we wind up taking an impromptu trip to visit some family. It was also my nephew's birthday, so I had some unexpected expenses there. So that's where the unbudgeted expenses comes in. Not to say it was to blame, but that's how they came to be. Next, I'm going to be moving into my unbudgeted expenses. So that was a great segue. On the 19th, I actually spent $215 on clothes. And I say that this was attributed to the travel is because my nephew's birthday was on the 19th, and my sister gave him an outing at Six Flags. And so while the kids were at Six Flags having a good time, my husband and I decided to hit the outlet mall that was nearby. And that's how that came to be. And I actually spent more than $215, but I had only $47 left over in my sinking fund, so I used that as well. So the $215 is what was above and beyond. Next, I have another $86 unbudgeted, and this I just labeled travel because it was a number of different things like food, snacks. We had lunch and stuff like that. So I just totaled it all up and just labeled it travel, and it was $86. And like I said, because the trip was not planned, I just added everything up and called it travel, but it was unbudgeted. Next, I have on the 23rd, I went to Target and I needed to make a purchase for pull-ups. Now my son is in the in-between stage, and I thought that we might be done, but I just don't think that he's quite there yet. I haven't really had the need to purchase pull-ups because I had kind of stockpiled while I was pregnant. So I haven't purchased Pampers in a long while. So I've just recently ran out, but he's not quite ready yet. So that was my last unbudgeted expense, thank goodness. I didn't do too much damage. But on the flip side, the reason why I did not use my allowance toward any of these purchases is because I also received some unexpected additional funds in my paycheck because of my performance evaluation, and your girl was actually chosen as employee of the quarter. So I got a little monetary gift for that as well that I wasn't expecting. So I did have some additional funds to cover the budgeted expenses. So that's why I just decided not to use my allowance and to go ahead and just quote unquote treat myself, since I did receive some unexpected money. Last but not least, I'm going to go ahead and lay down the stickers for the categories in my sinking funds that I did use money out of. And like I said, I did use money out of my closed sinking fund. So that was the remaining $47. And then we decided as a family, both my immediate and extended family, that we are going to try to do something for Thanksgiving right now. So we're just going to play it by ear and see what all happens, you know, with the virus and all. But if everything is still at a manageable level, I made a reservation at a hotel and the deposit was $200. So I did pull that out of my vacation sinking fund. That was my expenses for week 3. Like I said, that covered from the 19th through the 25th. And so, yeah, not a whole lot of damage, but I mean, unbudgeted expenses is unbudgeted expenses. So I gotta call it what it is. So let me just get my phone and we can total this up and start filling out the weekly check-in sheet. So starting from my personal category, I didn't have any expenses, so I'm just going to put a big fat 0 there. And then remaining is going to be $350. I don't think I've ever made it to week 3 without an expense from my allowance or grooming. I don't believe, but here's my allowance cash envelope. And I currently have $100 remaining. And here's my grooming cash envelope. And I have 150, 200, 20, 40, 50. So I still have these funds, which I don't unstuff this envelope, so it'll just keep going. I'll roll this over next month, whatever's not spent. So flipping back, I am just going to look for my groceries, and I only had one expense, so that was at Costco for $117. 117. So remaining from last week, I had $192. And so for this week, I spent $117, so that leaves me a total of $75. And so this is my eating out cash envelope, and here I have $1, $2, $3, $4 remaining. And here is my groceries cash envelope, and I have 50, 71 for a total of $75, rolling over into week number 4. Okay, next we have gas, and I spent a total of $90 in gas, and my gas funds I currently do not take out of the bank because it's just easier for me to pay at the pump. And anyway, in the states that I was driving through, you cannot pump your own gas. Excuse me, you cannot pump your own gas. Rolling over from last week, I had $139 minus 90. I have a total of $49 remaining for gas, and oh, but unbudgeted. So for my unbudgeted expenses, I have travel at $86, clothes at $215, and Target at $25. So I spent a total of $326. which, like I said, is not bad because I did receive the additional income, and so I was able to pay that without a problem and without incurring any debt. Just gonna grab my red pen, and $326. That is the way my weekly check-in is ending up. So not that I'm doing horribly in my cash envelopes, but $326 unbudgeted is a bit much, I must say. Flipping back to my monthly spread, I am just going to go ahead and check off everything that I checked in for today, because sometimes I forget to do this. My home warranty did come out on the 21st. So that's everything that I was looking to check in for week 3. So now I'm just going to flip to the back of my planner, and we're going to get ready to start choosing my number for my 52-week savings challenge. Okay, so this is my 52-week savings challenge, and everything that you see highlighted in pink are the numbers that have already been chosen. Every week I select a number out of this mason jar, and that's what determines my contribution for that particular week. I do not fund my 52-week savings challenge on a weekly basis. I wait until the end of the month, and during my budget closeout video is when I fund my 52-week savings challenge. So I'm just going to give it a little shake. And I am going to select my number for what I need to look in the front, but I believe this is week number 38. So my number is 29. Okay, so I'm just going to get my Sharpie, and I'm going to just highlight 29. Okay, and then I'm going to flip to the front where I'm keeping track of all my previous weeks, and I am going to fill in the number 29. Okay, so here's my tracker for my 52-week savings challenge, and I actually said 38, but I'm actually pulling for week number 39. So I pulled 29, so this is a total of $29, and for some reason I pulled 2 numbers when I checked in when I recorded during week 1. Not sure why I did that. I think there was 2 Fridays in that particular week on the month. But, however, I have pulled all my numbers for September. And so, since I have, I'm just going to tally it up and let you know how much I'll be putting in for the month of September. So, 31 plus 15 plus 39 plus 29. So I'll be adding a total of $114 to my 52-week savings challenge for the month of September. And the grand total is, I ended up last month with $853 plus 114. So that gives me a grand total of $967. So, like I said, I will fund this during my closeout video for the month of September. Okay, that's going to do it for me for my week 3 check-in. I hope that everybody is remaining safe and well, and I hope that if this is your first time watching one of my videos, that you will consider subscribing, giving the video a like, and clicking on the notification bell so you're notified when I upload future videos. But with that, I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.